All right, license 4228, and that is a third party, KPC 2302. That's an out-of-state license plate, and the fake sun is right over the center of the top of my head while I'm in my vehicle, and I am facing the direction of Alvarado Gardens. As you can see, there is no sun. Alvarado Gardens apartments, it's not even in that direction. It's keeping in sync with me, which is how you know what spectrum is when they're on the grounds of Alvarado Gardens. This is a third-party company participating in state surveillance with the Los Angeles Police Department at that, which I documented, and that driver of that company vehicle is going to federal prison. It's already on the record. This is Spectrum engaging in what is federal stalking on the venue of the internet via communication devices in concert with the population and in concert with the state, and they're also engaged in group stalking. They are in relevant position, in other words, while the light source, not the sun, remains over me. And it also lets you know about what Spectrum and Charter Communications represent. They serve Satan, and they are totally opposed to your constitutional rights, to your privacy rights, to your patriotic American idealism. I want to make sure that you are understanding what is hostility to who you are and those who do not serve Satan, those who are not of that condition. All of that is embodied in the pattern of conduct where I'm showing you what is demonic activity and criminal conduct. And I'm going to civilly and criminally prosecute the commercial actors facilitating the government, the state of California's system of surveillance. There's no sun that's over Alvarado Gardens. This is Glendale. Remember on June 5th, 2024, I've come from the Glendale DMV. The light source was over me on the freeway outside of what was the driver's side window. That's because the entity is keeping a fake sun over me, rising and then setting. So the fake sun is going to be on this side of my apartment in the evening. This is, again, the Alvarado Gardens. This is Clifford. The fake sun remains over me at 9:36 in the morning. That's Glendale and Clifford. And I took a picture and the light source was right over me at this street. You could see the light source through the driver's side window of the third party adjacent to me. 7RXE980 is group stalking, just like that third party was group stalking when I'm in the backseat of an Uber vehicle, a third party, and the light source is remaining over me. And that was at 9:36 in the morning. It is currently 3:01 p.m. and there is no sun that's over Alvarado Gardens, but you already know that because the sun would not be at one address for the duration of the day. 8KSP 543, engaging in the criminal elements of monitoring, and you also know that this is a demon-possessed person. This is exposing what is demonic activity throughout the state of California. It is massive, and there is no exception. I mean, every single person in this apartment complex, every single person in traffic, every single person at public storage at Jack in the Box, every single person at the Echo Park Veterinary Hospital, every single person there engaging in obsessive maintenance of presence. This is group stalking. The demon-possessed Satan is utilizing what is already present right now, the people and the government, to maintain massive surveillance unbeknownst to you, American citizens, who think that you have privacy, who think that you have constitutional rights, you think that you have liberties, and that you do not actually have. You have just been told ahead of schedule what the government, the state, I want to be clear, what Satan plans to do with regard to your so-called freedoms that you are right now taking for granted. You're taking them for granted, and the entity that's engaging in this under the guise of being an American citizen, no, they're not. They're group stalking. And they're violating your constitutional rights, and maliciously so, while wanting to appear to be in a substantially similar position as you in this country, engaging in what is unconstitutional, un-American criminal activity. That's why you have the entity following me everywhere in the city in helicopters, at Walmart, at Chase Bank. Pursuant to a well-documented pattern, they're all engaging in state surveillance. And as I document you acting with the government that engages in that level of terrorism here in the U.S., I will prosecute you under the civilized and dignified federal policy that currently exists while you engage in this barbaric, animalistic criminal conduct. So I just want to be clear. This is the light source through the window of the vehicle that's group stalking in the path. That's not the sun. And the sun would not be in any position to still be present. Alvarado Gardens is back there. And it's, remember, the light source is seen over my bedroom window. Light source remains on the bedroom window side. And while I'm in the office, it's remaining still in front of my leasing office door. I am looking at what is Al Cycle Stop. This is a third party facilitating venue, speaking to what is nothing other than the criminalization of what is a statewide system and of what is actual privacy and constitutional protections regarding criminal surveillance, for example, under the Fourth Amendment, where there is no basis for the entity to engage in stalking you and doing it vicariously. There's no legal basis to do it either. This ongoing traffic is documentation of impunity by the population. Okay, the entity is engaging the P.O.C. It's 3:03 p.m. This is P.O.C. There's no such thing, by the way, as what is a car accident. The demon-possessed know exactly where you are. They know exactly what you're doing. They know your physical movements. They know what it is you're talking about. And then you have things such as, an accident hitting you or hitting your vehicle or engaging in some sort of accident. This is malice. And you're going to prosecute for all the harms that you suffer while the entity is engaged in the P.O.C. And you are aware of this because of the environment that you are supposed to be ignorant about. You're not supposed to be aware of this. You're not supposed to notice the engineer light while demons are opening and closing their door, or that's appearing on the underneath the roof while they're driving in, group stalking you. 8HGX474-65542P2. This is maintenance of presence. This is demonic pacing. It's all demonic pacing. While I'm moving, they're crossing path. They're moving, they're all pacing together. And the LAPD is group stalking, and they're all engaged in federal stalking. There is no point ever when I'm inside of my apartment and I'm showing you the absence of the sun over anywhere near Glendale Boulevard, and this is the ARCO that I'm referencing. There's no sun over ARCO ever, but it is while I'm here. And I'm going to prosecute ARCO. P.O.C. It is currently 3:04 p.m.